Good morning, America. How are you? Well, what do I say? It's a great honor for me to be sitting here as Fisley president, wishing a very happy birthday to NALSA on your 45th birthday. I really hope that you have a superb America's Cup week, whatever you turned it into. Um, I noticed that it starts on Paddy's weekend, St. Patrick's Day here in Ireland. Um, so, that's a time when we celebrate, and I know you guys can do that very well. But more importantly, we have a tendency in Ireland to celebrate all of the birthdays with the zeros on the end of them. The 20s, the 30s, the 40s, all of that. But we actually celebrate twice as hard when it's a 45 because it's got a 5 and it's halfway between 40 and 50. So we think, time to party. Look, what's really important is that we have a debt of gratitude, the European land sailing community, to NALSA for promoting our sport and promoting it so well as you do across America. And not only that, but you've brought us to many, many, many interesting places throughout the years. Uh, the World Championships in 2014 was Smith Creek, the loneliest road in America. Absolutely incredible. But there's something really interesting about Fisley and about NALSA, and that is the language barrier. We understand the same language, which is we understand land sailing, dirt boating, sand yachting, whatever it is. It's wind, it's got wheels. It's really, that's what brings us together. It's a bit strange then when you sort of say, look, who do you look up to in terms of land sailing? Well, in language, the language that we also understand and communicate through, there's one particular word that keeps coming up when I look at it in terms of, the leader, who is it? And it's Don, the Don, whether it's Spanish, Portuguese, it keeps coming up as Don. Don is an expression that's used. It's an honorific title, I think they call it, for somebody it's almost like a lord, the father figure. How appropriate that Don Rapinski, our very own Don, is the father figure of land sailing in the States, in my opinion. The former of NALSA. What can I say? One of the coincidences that probably many of you don't realize is that in 1962, a popular science magazine was issued in the same month in which Fisley was formed, 1962. But in that popular science magazine was an article, and the article was actually about land sailing. And it talked about a land yacht which Don had designed with a guy called Ian Critchley. So, Kismet, fate, whatever you want to call it, the same month that Fisley's been formed in Europe, an article with Don's name is mentioned in relation to land sailing or land yachting in America. Don found Fisley, and Don came to us in 1967 and he competed in Sherway in the European Championships in his own wind buggy. He came third and he came back and he kept coming back, and we really appreciate that because you brought your ideas and you took our ideas back. But more importantly, Don, you went back and you brought a group of people together and you brought them land sailing. And 45 years on from the time you started your group, your NALSA and the America's Cup, they're still doing it, and more importantly, you're still going. You're still going to these events. And for that support, not only do the members of Fisley thank you, but I'm sure the members of NALSA will thank you too. It's, language, as we said, it's a funny thing. Aldon, the king of land sailing. That's what you are. It's really important. You've done things that many of us would love to do. I mean, 1972, crossing the Sahara, 40-day journey, 1,800 miles. Back in those days, no mobile phone, no GPS. I mean, I'd love to see how you did it. I've been searching to get a copy of Wind Raiders, the National Geographic movie that was made about that trip. Don, a very big thank you from all of us in the land sailing community. A very big thank you for doing what you've done for your sport, for bringing it to the attention of so many people, and for leading people like the Don that you are. Leading people to the desert, to the playa, leading them to Europe and bringing us to you. We have a debt of gratitude that we would like to repay, and all we can do is to say thank you. You're responsible for so much, Don. Thank you on this 45th birthday celebration of NALSA, the America's Cup in Avampa. It's something that's on my wish list. I really do hope I make it at some stage, and I will do. And we look forward to receiving many of our European colleagues in Ireland and many of our American colleagues in Ireland together later this year for the European Championships in September. And we do hope that, look, you know, wherever you decide to sail this year, whatever championships you're in, always bear a thought for the people who are the adventurers in our sport, the Don Rapinskis, the people who are the designers, whether it be back bay boats, whether it be designing catamarans or being involved in the Olympic fin class. You know, these are the guys who had the foresight to actually bring us to the sport and to bring others to the sport. So Don Rapinski and NALSA, your 45th birthday, fantastic. Mrs. President, Mary Robertson, thank you to you for leading the team there. I really hope you have a very good weekend. To the Bassano family and the Robertson family, we wish you very well. And it is St. Patrick's Day here in Ireland. And I'm sorry if you can hear the background noise, but I got a kind of a rowdy family here somewhere behind me, if you can see them, and they're just insisting on making noise. But what they're telling me, and they do talk, and they are real, is that we're going to see some of you guys in Europe later on this year, and we're going to welcome you, and we're going to party, and we're going to party and party all day today, and we're going to toast NALSA, but more importantly, we're going to thank Don for the things that he's done right across Europe, not just in Ireland today. Wishing you all a very, very good event. Enjoy, fair winds. See you soon. God bless.
Distance, excellent, excellent.